Thanks for tuning in to Know Wine in No Time. I'm your host Dave, and today we're going to talk about a single white wine varietal by the name of Treixadura. So Treixadura is a grape that's native to the northwestern part of the Iberian Peninsula, and that's an area called Galicia. So Galicia is modern-day Spain and also Portugal. So when we look at the Portuguese wine growing area for Treixadura, it encompasses an area that you probably know by the name of Vinho Verde. And to the north we have Spain and the wine growing regions of Rias Baixas and also Ribeiro. So through the years, Treixadura has always been a blending grape. And what I mean by that is it adds a little bit of body, a little bit of higher alcohol content, and also some lemony aromas to other white wine varietals like Loureiro or Torrontés or Albarino or Lado. So traditionally we had blended it with some of those four different grapes. But there's been a move to honor its tradition and produce single varietal Treixadura, like the one we have today, not only in our bottle, but in our glass. So cultivating Treixadura can be a bit of a challenge. And what I mean by that is as the grapes ripen, they produce very tightly clustered bunches of berries. And those tightly clustered bunches of berries do not allow a significant amount of air to move through them, so they're susceptible to mold, mildew, and sometimes rot. And this grape also has a very significant altitude sensitivity. So the dividing line between Portugal and Spain in Galicia is an area called the Minho River. So we generally see Treixadura cultivated on the slopes that just surround the Minho River itself. So I'm sure you're probably intrigued at what a refreshing wine like this would taste like. But before we go there, let's talk about what it pairs very well with. And this will pair very well with clams in a tomato sauce, seared sea scallops, and also cheese-stuffed peppers, which are some of the native cuisine in that area. So now let's move on to the wine. So what I have for you today is a 2019 vintage Mu 100% Treixadura. So as we take a look at the wine, we notice that it's clear in color and very, very light, a pale yellow. And as we swirl to liberate the aromas, one thing we'll notice coming out of the glass is a little bit of almost like a balsamic aroma with a slight bit of maybe citrus fruit and some melon. Now let's give it a sip. As the Treixadura passes the palate, you're greeted with flavors of apple and pear. And mid-palate, we start to feel some of that acidity kick in. And on the backside, we almost get a little bit of orange zest and maybe even some slight gingery notes. It's very crisp and very refreshing. As I mentioned before, some of the foods it pairs well with, I can tell you this wine may need nothing at all but say a warm summer day and a patio to sit on, and it would be quite refreshing. So I'm going to get back and enjoy a little bit more of this Treixadura, and I ask that you tune in next time, because soon you'll know wine in no time.